Welcome to my session of Unpacking Standards using the Cambridge Primary Science 2nd Edition. I am Christopher Yench. At HD Shanghai, we use the Cambridge Primary 2nd Edition, and in my class specifically, we are talking about Key Stage 5, which aligns to Year 5 in the UK, which aligns to 4th grade in Shanghai, China. We specifically chose the Cambridge curriculum because it was built with language learners where English might not be their native language. So the unit I have chosen is the first unit for grade 4, which is the life cycles of flowering plants. This one specifically is the subunit 1.1, flowering and non-flowering plants. It takes about 2.5 hours, and so since each of my classes are 35 minutes long, this could be up to 5 lessons if I wanted to. So let's identify the concepts, skills, and tasks. Thankfully, the Cambridge curriculum already separates these out for us, so it's very easy to identify. The first four, labeled BS and BP, are the concepts. So the concepts are knowing not all plants produce flowers, understanding the parts of a flower, the functions of the parts, and the stages of the life cycle. The skills are all the TWs, and so that is sorting, grouping, classifying, testing, observing, collecting, and recording, and describing and identifying. Built into the skills, there are some included tasks that we'll have to cover, including using objects, materials, and living things. We're going to have to do observations and measurements. We're going to have to create tables and diagrams and conduct scientific inquiry. And we're going to have to look at results and look at anomalous results. For my cross curricular links, in our school, during our third unit, the English department talks about biographies, and they use a lot of these similar skills, such as reporting information, creating presentations, and uh, creating a display. And so these are the same as a lot of skills in our science class, and we can refer back to these classes. So to meet the standards, some activities that I've included. The first one, for in person, the students can go around campus taking pictures of flowering and non flowering plants, and then they will come back to class and they will create a Venn diagram using technology and the pictures they've taken. The students will then use the characteristics of the plants to determine how they're going to order their plants in the Venn diagram. And so this activity ensures that we meet the standards by knowing that not all plants produce flowers. They will record observations and diagrams, and they will sort, group, and classify living things through their observations. For activities online, something students could do, especially if students come from many different states or different countries, they can show the class a picture of their state or national flower. They can identify the parts of their flower and talk about any symbolism that their flower represents in their state or country. And so this helps meet the standard of identifying parts of a flower and also has good cross cultural links and helps students become aware of the globe and different countries' cultures and significance. To assess the standards and make sure that they are meeting the standards, the teacher could do a simple 1, 2, 3 finger strategy where the teacher has the students raise their hands on whether the kids can sort their flowers by size, color, and scent. One being they cannot do it, two, they need some help, or three, they can do it all by themselves. And then for a summative assessment to see if they are mastering the standards, the teacher can have the students do a flashcard game where they have flashcards of a plant part or a plant function, and then their partner, they will read aloud the card, then their partner has to respond by using the matching plant part or the plant function. If the student says the definition or term correctly, they can put that card in the discard pile. If they are incorrect, they have to reshuffle that card into the deck. The teacher can quickly see if they have mastered the terms by if there's lots of cards in the discard pile, or if they are not understanding it and they've had to reshuffle their cards many times. To adjust for students who might have literacy problems, I would recommend giving these flashcards out to the students at the beginning of the lesson and make sure there are pictures on these cards. And so when this student sees or hears this word used in the lesson, they can flip that card over, and this kind of incentivizes them to really pay attention in class and to have some sort of support when it comes to those difficult terms or words. Thank you for listening to my talk about unpacking a standard. Here is my works cited. Thank you very much. Bye bye.